Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is TweaK here, and in today's video, I'm going to go over my PostFX settings for you guys. Update just came out today. We spent a lot of the day messing around with the PostFX settings and trying to find like the perfect balance between my game not looking like Fortnite and having the maps look better, more rich, more vibrant, whilst also increasing your visibility within the game. So, first things first, I'm going to show you guys my PostFX settings. I've got my brightness at 30, my saturation at 15, my clarity is cranked up to 70, colorfulness is set to 35, luma sharpen on 25, adaptive sharpen is set to 60. I have no color grading on, and I obviously don't have any colorblind mode on. Color grading, I went through a lot of these, and yeah, they just add like a lot of weird color and odd gradients to the game. I want my settings to stay kind of as true to Tarkov's, original concept as possible, and just not blow it out with tons of color. I'm not really super into that. So these are my current settings. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into a raid on a couple of different maps, and I'll turn the filter off, and then I'll turn it back on, and you guys can see how the game looks. So yeah, let's jump into customs. I'll show you guys some of the areas there, and then I'll probably show you guys dorms, and then we get to the next map. All right, so here we are in customs. I'm going to show you guys. Actually, we can start in the warehouse, then we can go to dorms, and then we can maybe go to construction. So what I'll do here is I will just turn around, and I'm going to go into my settings. I'm going to hit visualize, and then this is with my effects turned on. This is how it looks when it's off. So when you turn it on, it just brightens it up. It kind of sharpens everything a little bit, adds a little bit more color to everything, and it definitely makes things pop out a little bit more, for sure. But it still keeps pretty true to the, I guess, the color palette of Tarkov. But it definitely increases your visibility a decent bit without, making it super colorful and stuff. So, for example, here's the warehouse. Let's just jump up on top of this. You can notice in the dark areas, it makes it a little bit easier to see. Because when I turn this off, everything's, it's a lot darker. You turn it on, those really dark areas are just brightened up a little bit, and it definitely helps with the overall visibility. So I'm going to jump to dorms, and I'll see you guys there. And here we are at dorms. So I just realized my visor was down when I did that first color test. So just keep that in mind if anything looked like a little bit blurry or off. So this is when you come into the ground floor of dorms. This is obviously with the filter. Then if we go into visualize again, thank God they have this visualize menu. It just brightens things up. Definitely makes some colors pop out a little bit more. The darker areas are definitely much easier to see in. It also helps that the weather is kind of overcast as well, giving everything a bit of a darker tone to it. So these graphics settings, obviously, these are, personal preference. What I will say is that I want my game, because I never use reshade. I never use the NVIDIA filters, any of that stuff. And the reason why is because I always found that with a lot of the settings that, people would use is it made your game just look really colorful, and it just made the game look stupid, in my opinion. To me, just increasing the brightness a little bit, the clarity a little bit, a touch of saturation, and a touch of colorfulness, with a little bit of luma sharpen that affects the lighting a little bit. I think that was on 25. And then the adaptive sharpen as well. If you turn this up too much, you kind of get that painkiller effect. So I feel like having it at around 60 should be fine. But you can definitely edit these yourselves until you figure out something that, something that you like. But it's not going to be to everybody's taste. If you turn your brightness up too much, you get glowing hands and glowing guns, which is kind of stupid looking. I've seen clips and I've seen pictures in my Discord of people that are just using the dumbest looking stuff, just memeing around. So there's definitely a lot of potential funny stuff that you can do with it. So yeah, as you can see, it just makes everything a bit less dull. It makes the lighting look a little bit more realistic. It adds a little bit more color to everything. So yeah, that's about it for customs. I'm going to go jump into labs, and I'll give you guys a look at labs. Customs is a good mix of all the map types. So you've got dark indoor areas, you've got outdoors with the woods and the light. And sorry, it was raining there, but I don't really have control over that. But On maps where it is not raining and the sun is out and stuff like that, my settings don't make everything look super blown out. Like when you mess with your brightness, it can really make your game look really dumb. Like you'd be like super blinded on interchange and stuff like that. But yeah, you can definitely mess with this yourselves. I just know people have already been asking me in chat, like, what are my settings for it? So I'm pretty much making this video just to show people in chat, I guess. They can just enter this command into the chat and they can go watch the video and they can see what my settings are and stuff like that. But I think this is a pretty good place for the settings. Are they like the most optimal, greatest settings ever? I feel like they're pretty optimal for people that want Tarkov to look like Tarkov and not have it look like Fortnite. It definitely increases your visibility. It makes the game look better, in my opinion. Is that necessarily what you want? It might be. If it's not, then of course feel free to take my settings as a base and then, you know, mess around with your own settings too. So we're just going to have a quick look around labs. What I'm going to do here is just open up all these doors, and then we'll just take this hallway, for example. We'll just stand right about here. And then we'll go to our settings, back to PostFX again, and we'll disable these and enable them. So again, just makes everything a little bit brighter, a little bit more clear, makes everything a little bit easier to see. And now we're going to head upstairs to the main area. Yeah, I'm not really looking to use these settings to, I don't know, make everything look super bright and super easy to see in the dark and all that kind of stuff. I still want to keep that kind of genuine Tarkov experience without making my game look absolutely terrible and people who are watching my game just watching my stream thinking like, you know, what are you doing? Like, it looks terrible. Because we did go over the settings probably for about an hour in chat today. And I think we all came to the conclusion that what I've picked up here is a pretty good compromise between Fortnite and Tarkov. So, as you can see, brightens everything up, gives just much better color. It makes everything just look more realistic and just way less dull. It makes the lighting look more natural, and it makes the darks a little bit brighter. And some areas where you might have difficulty seeing somebody, you might be able to see them a little bit better due to this. So yeah, that's about it. Those are my color settings. Nothing absolutely outrageous. I'm sure a ton of other streamers are going to come out with their own videos showing off their settings that are all quote-unquote the best Tarkov settings for PostFX or whatever. But I think the truth to it is you just have to find your own settings. You can take mine, use that as a baseline, but mess around with it. Figure out your own settings that you like yourself. Because at the end of the day, everybody's opinions are going to be different. I've already seen people in chat that are using different color filters and different intensities and different brightness settings and stuff like that. And people have even gone so far as to change their PostFX settings raid to raid to raid. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to find one setting that I like and leave it like that. Maybe do a little bit of adjusting on it when I feel the time is right. But for right now, I am super happy with my PostFX settings. So yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I'm going to leave it there. Customs pretty much shows off everything. And then Labs, a good indoor dark-ish map. It can just show how much you can change the game with these PostFX settings. So guys, if you liked the video, make sure to leave a like. If you have any ideas for any videos that you want me to do next, make sure to leave a comment. And if you guys enjoyed this content, you want to see more of it in the future, make sure to hit the old subscribe button. Make sure to follow my Twitch if you want to see this kind of stuff done live. I'm live pretty much every day of the week. And yeah, follow my Twitter and my Instagram. It's all in the description down below. So yeah, guys, I'll see you dudes on the next one. Peace out, my dudes, and enjoy the patch.